Hi Sagittarius, this is a reading for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node. This will be a Sun in Gemini reading, so it would be relevant during the time that the Sun transits Gemini or during a Gemini period in your life. Once again, this message is for you when it finds you. So Sagittarius, I am getting that this is a really important time for you, and specifically that is because of the eclipse cycle. There is so much going on in your opposite sign, Gemini, and this is really affecting you in some way. We're going to look into the cards to see in what areas of your life this is going on, but I do know that there is something important happening. It has to do with Gemini and it has to do with Jupiter, which is one of the planets that rules you, okay? One other thing quickly that I got, well, two things. One was Judgment. When I was preparing the cards for you, Judgment came out twice. So this is an indicator to me that I know something big is going on. You're in a big life-changing energy. It feels important for whatever sector it's going to apply to you. The second thing I got was a song, and the song is called Love is Stronger Than Death, and it's by the. This is some 80s shit, that's what we do here. So you can go and look it up, but the lyric that I continually heard for you was both love, love, as well as here's to the blue skies, here's to springtime. So we'll see if any of that becomes relevant during the rest of your reading, but if not, just go check it out and see if there's something in it that triggers or activates something within you, Sagittarius, okay? We're going to start receiving an oracle message, and I will read this to you from the book because there will be an activation in here that you need to hear at this time. This won't be true every single month, but this month, I think because it's falling during this eclipse cycle, Spirit is having me use these additional writings to bring into the reading to help teach you something. There's specific words and phrases that might activate within you. We want to choose an oracle message for the sign of Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node. Sun and Gemini reading. Okay. I do like to see what this is, and then I can see if it comes out once again. Sagittarius. I just heard Gemini and I just heard Moon sign, so see if that's relevant to you at all. Whew. I feel like there's several cards in here for you, but you know what, we're just going to go with the one, as they usually do contain pretty lengthy descriptions. The Two of Orbs. Okay, Gemini, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Sagittarius. Two of Orbs. This is traditionally the Two of Pentacles. We'll see what's in here for you. And we'll see if there's another message, because I was feeling like 3 or 5 in here, but I've only been pulling one. A woman's outstretched hands reveal 2 orbs, one positioned above her hand, the other below, representing the imbalance perennially seeking resolution in the polar aspect of the number 2 vibration. They are different in their aspects as they are the same. She is poised gracefully on a path that leads from the deep waters of her subconscious and the intuitive mind, suggesting that she can draw from that source as well, as she ponders 2 different but equally interesting options available to her. She is reflective, without struggle, moving out of the deep waters of the emotional body, through the haze that it can manifest in the hours of greatest change, and onto higher ground. Her semi-naked body reflects her vulnerability, as the drape suggests she is covered, whatever her decision will be. Where there are two opinions, ideas, and visions, there can be conflict, or simply two perspectives that may require reconciliation in order to achieve clarity. Often, two sides of the concept must be weighed against each other to evaluate which is the more important or vital aspect at this time. Some questions. What are you deliberating about? What are the pros and cons of the matter at hand? How can you find balance and harmonize the opposition in your mind to move forward constructively? What choice are you facing that you feel you must be made? Ooh, okay, Sagittarius. Being that when I was preparing your cards, I received Judgment twice from two different decks, different but equally the same. Two different options, two different choices. This is potentially relevant to you. We'll see. I do have to say I don't generally do love readings unless it comes out specifically, but it might have to do with that. Being that I channeled that song for you in the beginning, we have two potential options here. And Judgment, some sort of life-changing new start. It may be relevant to you in that sector, but I don't want to get too specific with that just yet. Sagittarius. Sun, moon, rising, north node. Sagittarius. Kind of see if it does have to do with love. It's less to do with the choice between two partners and more to do with the choice between yourself or a partner you already have or may have. Okay, it's more the Sagittarian idealism is more to do with like what best fits my own Sagittarian life path, being alone or being with another. And if this other doesn't exactly match up to what it is that I want for my life, am I willing to carry forward with them? They want me to take the one on the bottom, not the top. They usually have me do the top. They want the one on the bottom, which is strength. So yours, cousin Leo here showing up. Strength. The way that she's taming this beast here is similar to the way that this figure is juggling these two orbs. It's kind of a balancing act. It's a little risky, 10 of Pentacles. I just heard magic trick. 10 of Pentacles. Wow, the way that this family is depicted, you can see all the different generations, the ancestors in the lineage moving back. I see that whatever you're contemplating, you're kind of weighing it out against history or your background, your lineage. And it doesn't necessarily have to be biological. It could be your soul family. It could be your chosen family. But there's some lineage here. And as you are embodying this rung of lineage, you're thinking back to all the others that came before you. I do have to say this could be queer family. This could also be star family. You're kind of thinking like, what would they do? How would they make a choice in my shoes? And how would they move forward? Some of you could be interested in starting a family, and you're wondering what those who came before you would think of that. Ten of Pentacles is, you know, the suit of earth, and it sometimes can do with generational wealth and kind of also, I just heard the redistribution of wealth. So if you have come into that position, you're maybe deciding what to do to give back. We got a few cards for you here. Let's see. The King of Swords, the World, and the Three of Wands. Deciding what to do and then waiting for it. This is having already made that choice, and perhaps in the very near future you will, because with this King of Swords here, this is decisive action, decisive truth, and at this point I believe that this king is kind of sitting back to see what his choices bring him versus needing to take an action. He's probably already taken an action to get to this point. It's interesting, this King of Swords is, I mean, he's surrounded by this air and kind of electric energy, but it has vibes of water as well. So maybe the mental, like mental, intellectual, emotional, and spiritual are all playing into something. The World here. This figure is between heaven and earth. She's connected to both. She's reaching her hand up, illuminated by the sun, but her feet are tethered to the earth below her. So making a grounded decision, I feel. Divinely guided but grounded decision. I don't know what we need to know for Sagittarius. It does seem, I have to say, that you will make a decision. You see how here this figure is juggling the two orbs, and she's able to do that, but with the Three of Wands, which indicates someone who's already made a choice, and the World, and this King of Swords, I feel that you will make a choice, and we'll kind of see the fruition of that. Perhaps it takes strength to do this. It might feel a little weird at first. The World can also be travel, of course, so some of you might be leaving a partner to go travel. And I know that's like a very stereotypical Sagittarian thing to say, but it's possible. Some of you might actually quite literally be doing that. And it might feel, you might feel a little exposed at first, but that's the choice that you've made. So you could be pausing to think, wow, do I have to choose between a family and living my life? And I don't think you do, but it does seem you had to make the choice that you did for a reason. Eight of Pentacles, working on something, laboring away. More Pentacles here with the 10 and this 8. I want one more to see what this is about. I did just hear passion and craft and dream. I do also see a percussionist. So some of you could be a musician who's chosen to leave your family to go travel, maybe on tour. And it was probably a difficult decision to make, but you did it because you felt that's what you needed to do, Sagittarius. And now you're kind of waiting to see the results of this, to see if you made the right choice. The bottom of the deck, I just heard magic trick. Again, I heard magic card. It's the Ace of Cups. Magic trick. Seven of Pentacles. Look at that. Another pentacle. So these are two very different energies. Maybe these are your two choices. We'll see. Seven of Pentacles, taking stock of the work you've already done. And then the 8, kind of continuing on that work. But the order came out backwards, if you will. The 10, the 8, the 7. So perhaps having had some sort of legacy, continuing to work on your craft, and now assessing what it is you want to bring forward. Ace of Cups. I'm going to take this because it's come up again. And then right below that, Temperance, your card. I'll show you this Temperance because it's very cool. So we'll stop there for now. Sagittarius. Let's see. Some of you could be climbing a mountain, literally, like you're planning on leaving to climb a mountain. This Ace of Cups really gives me the feeling of like putting your all into something and seeing what the results are. Kind of seeing what happens. And maybe this is you having made your decision, put your heart and soul into something and seeing what happens now. We'll see. I'm going to clarify with some other cards. I hate that word, clarify. I don't know why I said that. That must have slipped out for a reason. But, sorry. I do want to gather more information for you. The Two of Cups, that came up earlier. We'll see. I do have to tell you, this whole new deck thing that I've been doing, it's like only for this month, I think. All the rules are different during this eclipse little cycle. It's very strange. 8 of Pentacles, again. Working on something. Laboring away and putting your heart and soul into it. Maybe you're trying to provide for yourself and your family. Maybe it's doing something that's not traditional, but it's still providing. And maybe you're thinking about how your father or your grandparents or someone would think of this, and you're thinking all the way back down to their parents. And I think they would just be pleased that you're providing. You know, granted, use your discernment, please. You're good at whatever it is you do. And you have kind of a flair or a panache for it. Okay, with this Ace of Cups I'm seeing, it's kind of like, when I heard magic trick, it's something like magical about the way you do this thing. You might just be like really gifted at it, and you're so good at it that it's like, in a way, it's kind of a divine gift. Whatever, I see like a shoemaker, I see lots of different professions, okay? All kinds. And if that's you, you get it, girl. All kinds. And you just have this flair to it that makes you different and beautiful and like fun, and people just want to like buy from you or hire you or whatever. Ooh. Oh my god. King of Swords. We have the King of Swords. What is this King of Swords? That's not going to help me get more information at all. Another King of Swords. Well, I did say Gemini in your reading about 17 times, so... The cards that flipped, I'm going to put them back, but I'll just show you the Five of Cups, the Sun, Justice, and the Queen of Cups. I saw someone's mother or grandmother here, and it's just like a positive message if you're sad about something. She's coming through to kind of like brighten your day. Okay. I want to see what this means in terms of two different sides. Ooh, I heard like hard and fast reason and logic over here. Maybe there's some sort of conflict between like doing this task and then this other energy. And it's kind of flipped. Let me get some more cards. This is very confusing. If your life is very confusing right now, please tell me so that I don't feel like I'm crazy here. This could flip either way. Like, this is two aspects of yourself or two different situations or two different choices. Maybe this is just working on whatever you've always worked on, and this is like making the choice to do something else. Either way, there's a magic and a flair here for you, showing up with you, Sagittarius. So, all right. We have the Sun, the Ace of Wands, the World, and the Nine of Swords. I have to say that not for all, maybe for a select few, for some of you, this could be sex work. And if it's causing you anxiety, then I would maybe reconsider that profession. But if this anxiety is coming from some sort of fear about, like, what people think of you, then I would, work that out with yourself. We could get deeper into that another time if you want. But in general, with the Sun and this Nine of Swords, there's some sort of anxiety about doing whatever it is you do. Maybe you're really good at something, but like you don't want to do it anymore. There's this magic and this flair about you, and maybe this, because we have all of these pentacles, this is maybe how you made a living for a very long time, or you were in a marriage or partnership that provided some sort of generational wealth for you. And this could be homemaking, and this is what was your duty, and that's how you had access to this wealth. And you did it for a very long time. I mean, with this figure here, I'm sorry that I'm laughing, but I can just really feel someone. It's very funny. You're kind of like cleaning or something, and you feel very disgruntled, and you're like, this is just not worth it. It's very funny. You might have a real flair for whatever it is you do, but you might not want to do it anymore. That's what this is. And so those two choices, the reason I was having trouble picking up on them, it does feel like two parts of you or two options or two choices. But both appear that they will bring you success. And it's just about having the strength to choose one or the other. I do kind of feel like there's not a wrong choice, but strength being associated with Leo. Leo's ruled by their heart. I just heard Gryffindor, so maybe tap into that sort of energy, like doing the right thing in your heart. If it's not hurting anyone else, do what's right for you. And I see that you will. And it does seem you're going to choose this new path, to be honest. That's up to you. It's your choice. But I do see with this King of Swords, the World, and the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is this fresh outlook. She's waiting here on the shoreline, looking out over at these ships. And with this World card, some sort of new start, new beginning. And this King of Swords, double King of Swords, decisive action to do so. I really do feel that you will be taking decisive action here, Sagittarius. I feel that for you. And I feel that it's going to be good for you. You might experience a little bit of anxiety. I did hear mental gymnastics. You could either choose to continue doing what you do or pick the mental gymnastics of having to do something totally different. I heard someone wants to get into accounting, and that's what the mental gymnastics is. So any fear and self-doubt and anxiety, I think, will be relieved, because I did just notice we have double world. Double world. I see success. I see pleasure. I see this new start. Okay. All right, Sagittarius, let me see. I want to see if there's anything else for Sagittarius. The reason that I'm hesitating is because I can't tell which deck I want to use. I want to see if there's one more of these. One more important message for Sagittarius. Nine of Swords when I cut it. More anxiety, feeling alone. I want to get you one more of these. So forgive me while I deal with this. What is it here for Sagittarius? What am I missing? Can you tell us? I do have to be really honest. While I was shuffling, I saw someone who does porn, and you're very, very good at it, but I don't know that you want to do it anymore. Or maybe you want to shift just into doing meet and greets. That's okay. This message is definitely for you. Of course, not for everybody. This is for like one person, 10 people, something like that. 3. You might want to paint. That one. Alchemy. Okay, that's temperance in this deck. There you are again, showing up for yourself. Wow. Okay, Sagittarius, you're really in your own energy. At this time, during this eclipse cycle, all right, you're showing up in your own energy. You're showing up as being able to alchemize 2 different states of yourself. Look at that, the 2 of Orbs. This is transmutation, which means turning one substance into something totally different. And by the process of purification, okay? And it's always internal work. It's not like some magician can come in and transform it. You have to be that magician. You have to do the magic trick, and you have to transform this within yourself. You can pull this off. I did just hear hat trick. Also, you can pull this off, showing up in this way for yourself. So I do see, Sagittarius, that you will be successful, whatever. And I have to be honest, it does feel like you're moving from something old to something new. The choice is always yours. You do have free will. Don't let any reader, myself or otherwise, tell you which choice to make for yourself. But what the cards say is that you will be alchemizing something in your life. Judgment times 2. And I see that you're going to be very pleased with the results. That's fantastic. Okay, Sagittarius, let's close your reading off with an oracle message, and I will read this to you as well because I'd like to leave you with that. One moment. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. North Node. You know what, Sagittarius? I'm going to cut this deck again. Purification. Wow. Look at that sunflower energy. That's gorgeous. This is more alchemy, I'm telling you. This is shining. This is magic. Let's see for you. Come on, Crystal Skull, help me out. Okay. Purification. The first card I chose for you, let me just make that clear, when I first cut the deck, was purity, and this is purification. All right? There's something here about alchemy. Summer rain. Traditionally, rain symbolizes rebirth and washing away one's sins. Water is also associated with emotions, and a summer rain can represent the release of long-held emotions that allows for purification and inner healing. There is also a renewal aspect of rain. The old saying, April showers bring May flowers, means that what follows the rain is a time of renewal and blossoming. The sacred landscape wants you to know. It's difficult for new, vibrant energy to enter your life if it is clogged with old and outdated energy. Cleanse and purify your body and your physical space. This is a great time for a detox, clutter clearing, cleansing, and space clearing. Release outdated energy to invite fresh, clear energy into your life. Eat lightly, if that works for you. Don't take things personally. Release resentment, guilt, and blame. Purify yourself. Thought, word, and deed. Decluttering is modern day alchemy. Oh my god. If you don't love it or use it, let it go. This card can also represent abundance, as flowing water is a metaphor for prosperity, and summer is the time of expansion. Woo! Okay, Sagittarius, please do let me know what you're alchemizing in your life right now. I would love to find out. Until then, do take care, choose your path, and let me know how it goes. Okay, thank you. Bye.